Hello movie lovers, welcome to another interesting review. In this video, let's talk about the series The Party.
Commissioner, hello? They're almost here.
Leave the truck here, block the gate.
I did a reaction on the trailer and I told you that they were going to release it in cinemas on the 30th of May. Later did I know that they were releasing it in cinemas and also releasing it on Netflix at the same time or on that same day. So the series The Party, which features Ghanaian actor James Gardiner, is currently streaming on Netflix.
Hey, what about me? Come on, fear, put on a flower. Share my yoke, only to be so pretty. Baba fell
I watched it on the 1st of June, a day after they released it on Netflix. And so while I was watching, I was jotting some few things down. I'm going to share it with you. And also, I'm going to share my 2 cents on the series in general. Let's get into it.
So, as we all know, there's been an unexpected death in the building. And until we determine otherwise, all of you are witnesses.
First and foremost, to be honest, I'm not all that impressed with this production. I have my reservations as to why I'm not impressed. But generally, the storyline is about a young man who drops dead in a swimming pool at his own birthday party.
Hey, what about me? Come on, fear, put on a flower. Share my yoke, only to be so pretty. Baba fell.
So quickly, they invite the police, and due to how strange this death occurred, the police placed all the guests on lockdown to hunt for the real killer.
So, as we all know, there's been an unexpected death in the building. And until we determine otherwise, all of you are witnesses.
Let me point out to you that the story is not as simple as I've told you. As a result of the investigations, a whole lot of secrets are going to come out, and an unexpected twist surrounding this particular death will shock you. To be honest, you will not even think of suspecting who murdered the guy. But if you want to know who murdered the guy, go and watch my reaction on the trailer. I said it in there and I was right.
Do any of you know anyone else who would have a reason to harm Bobo?
So far, 3 episodes have been released and I think that is where the story ends. And to be honest, this is one of the worst endings of a series I've ever witnessed or I've ever watched in my life. It ended very bad and boring. I think they did a very, very poor job at the ending. I watch a whole lot of movies and series. So if I'm saying this about this, then I know what I'm talking about. I mean, we enjoyed the story to the part where you've realized or you've given us 100% clue that this particular person is the murderer. And then we see end credits. The motive for the murder was left for us to assume. They didn't even try letting us believe what we are assuming is the true meaning or true motive why he murdered the guy.
You mean you went by the statement of a woman whose husband had every strong motive to kill the victim?
In terms of character performances, the first episode opens with a speech from James Gardiner. And as always, James Gardiner delivered an exceptional performance. He wasn't the center of the story, so he didn't appear much in the film. But every time James Gardiner appeared in the film, his delivery was on point, in my opinion. His acting was good.
As I got on the elevator, they were arguing about something serious, like intense.
You were not there!
Most of the actors in the film did very well. Kahinde Bankole was exceptional in the film. Kunle Remi was exceptional in the film.
Why are you looking for another killer when the killer is right there, right there?
Where's the victim's wife?
And I want to touch on Femi Branch. He wasn't the main character. He wasn't even close to, let me say, the first 3 supporting characters. But Femi Branch is my star performer for the film.
You realize somebody just died.
All of us are gonna die, man.
The only characters I didn't like their act or their deliveries was the detectives. The story portrayed them to be professionals in the game, and yet their deliveries, their acts, their scenes were not as professional as I was expecting. Some of their deliveries and some of the terminologies they used as detectives were weak, and some of them were even wrong. So I'm like, okay, is it the fault of the scripts or they are just not up to the task.
So, as we all know, there's been an unexpected death in the building. And until we determine otherwise, all of you are witnesses.
When it comes to the visuals and the sound and the music, like I said, I'm not really impressed with the work because it wasn't anything over the bar. It was like an acceptable job. That's it. It's okay. It's fine. Nothing extraordinary. There were a few cinematic shots which was creative.
You fell from there?
That girl threw my son to his death.
But then, it's not over the top. So, I mean, I wasn't really like, wow. Nah, it was a normal thing. So, yeah, that's it. They created a CGI to portray the guy falling from the story building to the pool. And it was like something I can see and I know, so, okay, this is a CGI. You know, it's a CGI, but it's not supposed to look like a CGI.
Look, I don't know what you want me to tell you, but I did not kill my husband.
When it comes to the editing and the pacing of the film, the editing is on point, the pacing is good. I like the cuts, I like how the editor selects the shots, because most of the shots will tell what, which was good. Intercutting with the CCTV cameras in the hallway, it was all good. I like the editing.
Certainly not for a tramp. Queen.
One thing I'll point out, which is a very key factor in my review, is the fact that this series is like a replica of the series The Residence, which was also released this year. The Residence is on Netflix. If you've seen The Residence, you can automatically assume that The Party is an African version of The Residence.
As I got on the elevator, they were arguing about something serious, you know, like intense.
You were not there!
I read from the director's Instagram that they started this production since like, I think last year or last 2 years. Because I've seen posts of this production even in 2023, which is about 2 years ago. So it's not as if they copied The Residence. That's not what I'm saying. But these two series have so much similarities. The Residence happens at a presidential party in the White House. This series, The Party, also happens at a birthday party in a rich man's house. In The Residence, they invite a detective into the White House, and for her to conduct her interrogation or find out who murdered the guy, she locks down the White House, and everyone present at the party wasn't allowed to leave the premises until her investigations was over.
I need to talk to everyone.
Same thing happened in this series, The Party. They lock down everyone, and then they have their interrogations or interviews right in the same house.
All of you are witnesses.
In The Residence, they have flashbacks of people's interaction with the guy who is murdered before he was murdered. And the same thing happened in this series, The Party. Same flashbacks with occurrences, instances, interactions before the guy was murdered. The similarities are like 1 and 2.
What's on the flash drive?
Why don't you take a look at it yourself?
And also, most of the people in The Residence have reasonable reasons to be suspects, and happened in The Party.
By the statement of a woman whose husband had every strong motive to kill the victim.
A whole lot of people had issues with the dead guy, and it was enough reason for them to have murdered him.
A lot of people in this house had issues with AB.
Like I said, you can consider The Party as the African version of The Residence. I'm saying as the African version because The Residence have a higher cinematic quality. The shots and the angles, I mean, how they filmed that series is 2,599% much better than how they filmed this African one. So you can't say The Residence is a replica of The Party. Rather, The Party can't be a replica of The Residence.
I hope to see you at the party, Pops. Blue ni team, man. It's gonna be a killer party, man. Shit.
The twist and turn in the film kept me watching from episode 1 to the 3rd episode at the end of the film. If you have access to Netflix, check out this series and let me know what you think in the comment section.
Do you even realize somebody just died?
All of us are gonna die, man.
The series was directed by Yemi Morafa, also known as Film Boy, and was produced by Ope Ajayi. The series features a whole lot of known faces in the African film industry. Talk of Femi Branch, James Gardiner, Kehinde Bankole, Uzo Arukwe, Kunle Remi, Kelechi Udegbe, among other great actors and actresses.
Why are you looking for another killer when the killer is right there, right there?
It's the victim's wife.
Do well to watch this series and let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know if you like the video by hitting the like button. You can call me Steve. Kindly subscribe to this channel for more film reviews and film updates. I'll see you in our next video.